Dr. Houman Noor Chazem is one of the country's leading immunologists. He's also a surgeon. He's held appointments at the University of Pennsylvania School of Medicine, Harvard Medical School, and the Philadelphia VA. He's written dozens of peer-reviewed articles in publications like the New England Journal of Medicine and the Journal of Immunology. He has every possible credential in his field. In other words, by any measure, including the measures now being used to justify censorship in Silicon Valley, Dr. Houman Noor Chazem is unquestionably an expert. We invited Dr. Noor Chazem on Tucker Carlson tonight to discuss a new report from health officials in Israel that has profound implications for young people in the United States. Researchers have discovered that the coronavirus vaccines appear to cause a stunningly large number of young people to develop a potentially fatal heart condition called myocarditis. Here's what we said about it. Tucker. Israeli health officials released a report showing that vaccinated young people, particularly young men, were developing a potentially fatal complication, a heart inflammation called myocarditis, and they were developing it at extremely high rates. Researchers determined that the incidence of myocarditis in vaccinated young men was fully 25 times the usual rate. Some of them died. 25 times the rate of potentially fatal heart inflammation. That is a huge jump. If those numbers are right, and we have no reason to think they're not, healthy young people are far more likely to be injured or killed by the vaccine against COVID than by COVID itself. That is a huge stop the presses moment, and it raises all kinds of very obvious questions, beginning with why are colleges across the country requiring students to take it? This seemed like a potential health emergency to us, a disaster created by reckless leadership. That was our read of the numbers. But we wanted a higher authority because we wanted to be as responsible as we could, so we asked Dr. Noor Chazem for his view. He agreed that making vaccines mandatory for college students is a grave mistake, not least because so many young people already have had and recovered from the coronavirus, and they have antibodies against the coronavirus. A colossal error in public health judgment, from someone who works in public health. That was Dr. Noor Chazem's view, and he didn't say it lightly. In fact, his own son is currently being forced by the University of Chicago to take the vaccine. He's already had coronavirus and recovered, too, and Dr. Noor Chazem is fighting that mandate. He's thought a lot about it. He thinks it matters. After our conversation last night, Dr. Noor Chazem uploaded that exchange onto YouTube. Other parents have an absolute right to know these facts. Lives could depend on it. But the tech monopolies will no longer allow that discussion.